Thank you. I also would like to welcome you this evening and thank you for being here. The League of Women Voters, if you're not aware, is a nonpartisan political organization which works to inform and educate voters. It's interested in all aspects and issues of public policy, but does not take stands on candidates or parties. We would like to thank the Bar Association for co-sponsoring this event and for working with us on the format and the questions. I'd also like to thank the candidates for being here, for without their cooperation, we would not have a forum. To begin tonight, the candidates will each have 1 minute to present an opening statement. The order in which they will answer is as you see them seated, and that was done through a random drawing. Beginning with the questions, then, the position of the first responder will rotate. The questions have been formulated by the League of Women Voters and the Bar Association to help us get to know the candidates. They will address 4 areas which are relevant to their suitability for being a judge: judicial philosophy, character, effectiveness, and experience. Answers to these questions will have a 1.5 minute time limit, and closing statements will be 1.5 minutes. Closing statements will be done in the same order as the opening statement. That way the person heard first this evening is not also the person heard last if you flip it around, and that can sometimes be seen as an advantage. There will also be a segment of the program where there will be a series of quick questions. You might call it a rapid round. These questions are intended to be answered in just 1 or 2 words. They acknowledge that's difficult for a lawyer, but no more than a sentence or 2. Only one of these will be timed, and I'll let you know when we get to that part. There are timers up front here in the front row. You guys hold up your cards. A yellow card will be held up when the candidate has 15 seconds remaining, and a red card when their time is up, and a bell will ring. And we just ask them at that point to wrap up their sentence, finish their sentence. They don't have to cut off in the middle of a word. I know you'll be enthusiastic about some of the candidates' responses. Please hold your applause until the end so that we'll have time to ask all of our questions in a timely manner, and it will also help the program to be impartial. Now I'd like to introduce the candidates, starting on your left: Mike Lucas, Blaine Black, Pete Marcoline, Lane Turturice, Alan Benyak, Valerie Costanzo, Chuck Karowski, and Tom Fowler. And we'll begin with opening statements. And so the first one to share that is Mike.
Good evening. My name is Mike Lucas. I live in Carroll Township with my wife Anna, and we're raising our 3 daughters there. I practiced for over 2 decades in Washington County and am now the first assistant district attorney in Washington County. I've served in that role for district attorneys in both parties. I've tried and gained convictions in some of our most serious cases over the last decade and a half in criminal court. And I've also tried and gained significant verdicts in both state and federal court. Aside from that, I am a member of my church and a member of several nonprofit agencies that serve both the aged and the poor. I've also served as a solicitor for municipalities and school districts. And I thank you all for coming out here tonight to become informed and to make a good decision on May 21st.
Blaine?
Thank you. My name is Blaine Black. As president of the Washington County Bar Association, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the League of Women Voters and Chair Arcuri for organizing this event. I'm 57 years old. I'm the graduate of the University of Pittsburgh and the University of Pittsburgh School of Law. My wife Kim and I live in Sostermain Township. We're the parents of 4 children. I have maintained a private law practice in Monongahela for the past 32 years. My practice includes handling civil matters, divorce, custody support, estates, workers' compensation, disability, bankruptcy, and criminal defense. I'm a former county support master, and in that position I have adjudicated over 2,000 support cases. As a solicitor for Washington County, I handle tax claim and tax assessment issues. I am also a court-appointed mediator for the county and serve the court during complex mediation. I thank you for coming out this evening, and hopefully you will find me qualified for 1 to 2 votes.
Pete.
Try to do this without knocking over any name cards. Good evening. My name is Pete Marcoline, and I'm a candidate for the Judge of Court of Common Pleas of Washington County. First, I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters of Washington County for giving us the opportunity to present ourselves to all of you. I would also like to thank all of you for attending tonight. This is a very important part of the election process. I'm a graduate of Washington Jefferson College. I then attended law school at the Dickinson School of Law and also studied international law and global intellectual property law at the University of Florence. I began my legal career as a law clerk in the Court of Common Pleas of Washington County and left that 9 years ago to begin my private practice. I'm married to my lovely wife, Karen. She's in the back of the room. She's there with my parents who've supported me this entire time. We are the parents of 2 wonderful young boys, Alex and Ryan. I believe I'm the best qualified candidate because of my work ethic, my honesty, and that I carry myself with integrity. Once again, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with all of you tonight, and I'm convinced that I will be able to convince you this evening that I am the best candidate. Thank you.
Lane.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Lane Turturice. I also want to thank the Bar Association and the League of Women Voters for hosting this event. But most of all, I want to thank my wife Janine and my 4 children for supporting me in this endeavor. My wife Janine is here with my oldest daughter Lauren, and I hate to say it, fellas, I think I have the best wife God could have given a guy. I'm very thankful for my wife and family. And I thank you all for attending, truly. This is a very magnificent turnout tonight. I will do the best to answer all the questions this evening. In the end, I think you will see that I am uniquely qualified to protect our communities, our children and families. And I think that you will see that I'm a fierce protector of the word of law, the United States Constitution, and our individual liberties.
Battery out of there.
Thank you.
It's getting low and low.
Alan.
I would like to thank the League of Women Voters and also the Bar Association for this opportunity. I am honored to be up here with 7 very well qualified candidates for judge. But I would like to tell you what separates me from everyone else. I began my legal career in the Army Judge Advocate General Corps and eventually became a major. And actually, part of my job was representing the Secretary of the Army. And for some of you that are familiar with the Army, there's only 2 people above the Secretary, the Director, the Defense Secretary, and the President. I was also a federal prosecutor, and after I left the Army, I started my own general practice, focusing on senior citizens, veterans, working families, and small business owners. I feel these qualities make me best suited to be your next judge.
Valerie.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank the Washington County Bar Association and Legal Women Voters for hosting this forum tonight. I'm Valerie Costanzo, and I'm a district judge from Cecil Township. I'm a lifelong resident of Washington County. I was born and raised in Cannonsburg in a working-class family and graduated from Camden High School in 1987. I graduated from the University of Pittsburgh, magna cum laude and Phi Beta Kappa in 1991, and from Pitt's Law School in 1994. I began my career as an assistant district attorney in Washington County. I was instrumental in designing and implementing Washington County's fast-track guilty plea program. I also handled central court, the trial list, and juvenile court while I was a prosecutor. In